This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes, 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows. Making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes, 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows. Making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes, 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows. Making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Right Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Right Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Right Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Right Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Right Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithayes.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithayes.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithayes.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
We welcome you to Buhler as the Hayes High Indians and the McPherson Bullpups get set for semifinal regional baseball against one another. The winner moving on to the championship game against Buhler, who beat Ulysses in Game 1, 21-0. Hi, I'm Dustin Armbruster, along with Tim Miller at our KFIX studio in Hayes, and Harrison on camera and technical side for ECTV and HayesPost.com. It'll be 82 degrees at first pitch and very windy, wind at 25 miles per hour, gusting higher than that. There is a potential for weather before this game gets over, and certainly before the championship game would be played between whoever it would be. The wind out of the southwest at about 25 miles an hour pretty consistently, gusting higher than that. That is going to help any ball put into the air, especially to the center and left part of the field, and the wind has really had an effect on Game 1 in today's contest in the semifinal. In fact, they were just hitting the catcher pop-ups at the plate. It was hit straight up in the air, and it landed about 15 feet up the third base line. So it is going to be a factor in today's ball game as Hayes High and McPherson are set for semifinal regional baseball. The wind, quite honestly, is at its highest peak as it has been since we've been here about 2 o'clock in the afternoon to catch game number 1 of this semifinal doubleheader, with the championship game going on tonight. McPherson coached by Heath Gershner, Hayes High by Coach Frank Leo. They should be meeting up here at home plate with the 3 Kansas State High School Activities Association umpires to go over things in just a moment. You can hear the wind at our backs is the best we're able to block the wind here as we are in Wheatland Park in Buhler, a beautiful complex. Infield is all turfed, including the base paths and the mound, all turfed. The outfield, natural grass. Of course, plenty of rain this spring to help that along. They're not quite done with all of the landscaping, still a lot of grass to grow here, but a beautiful facility. There's 4 fields total. They've got baseball and softball here. Part of the bond issue that they passed also built a new track. It was also able to put in a new tennis facility as well, upgrade their football field to turf, some new stands, a beautiful job done here in Buhler in upgrading the complex that they have, and now here at Wheatland Park. It'll be Hayes High at 8-12 taking on the McPherson Bullpups in game number 1 of 2, and again that wind at 25 miles per hour really going to have an effect in the way that today's ball game is played in the field. The McPherson Bullpups are 12-6 on the year. These 2 teams did not play any of the same opponents throughout the season, so nothing to compare straight on from that for McPherson. For McPherson, they started off the season winning their first 3, losing their next 3, then went on a long winning streak that looked like to set them up for a potential 1 seed, but lost 3 of their last 5 games and 2 of their last 3, losing to Salina South, Wellington, and Salina South a second time, even though those games weren't played on the same day. The Hayes High Indians and the McPherson Bullpups, your batting order for the Hayes High Indians is going to be Dawson Harmon, the catcher, leading off. Tyrone Wynn, the third baseman, batting second. Second baseman Palmer Hutchison batting third. Trey Riggs will bat fourth. He's the pitcher. Batting fifth, Grant Kaufman, the first baseman. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Jace Armstrong. Batting seventh is shortstop Cody Peterson. Batting eighth, Trey Van Pelt, the designated hitter. And Cole Murphy is the center fielder and will bat ninth. McPherson had run out onto the field, and now they decided to do the starting lineups, which is interesting considering that they're trying to get this going as fast as possible because of impending weather here in Buhler. You figured that they may go ahead and skip that so that they can get on with the ball game, and they are looking to try to start this game early. Right now we're 7 minutes away from what would have been the original start time, the first game between Ulysses and Buhler went Buehler's way, 21-0. And when there's 10 runs in the first and 11 runs in the second and 4 pitching changes, it takes a while to get through all of those runs and pitching changes. So that game took about as long as a game would have normally. The Hayes High Indians going to face Rain Rietsma as the pitcher for the McPherson Bullpups. Rietsma this year has a 3.25 ERA, 2-3 on the season. This is his team-leading 11th appearance. He has pitched the most games or most innings on the team at 28. He has given up 33 hits in 28 innings, 27 runs in 28 innings. However, only 13 of those runs are earned. 10 walks, 21 strikeouts in 28 innings, and they will take on the Hayes High Indians, who as a team has had their batting average dropping here as of late, batting .246 as a team, but the pitching staff has been keeping their opponents to a .249 average. Hayes High this year, we've mentioned it before, Coach Frank Leo talked about it in the pregame show, that they just don't have a lot of firepower on the offensive side. 117 runs scored this year, but a team that has given up only 105, Hayes High is going to have to stay in it with their defense and then be able to find some sort of offense to go along with that defense and good pitching. Hayes High will send Trey Riggs out to the mound, who has had a very good sophomore campaign for the Hayes High Indians. Also for Hayes High, going on at Hayes High right about now is going to be their first round regional soccer match in the South Central region, as they will be getting ready to take on Augusta in the first round. That is 10-6 Hayes High. We'll get an update on that soccer match as the game goes along this afternoon, as that match goes along this afternoon and our game goes on here in Buhler. All right, the starting lineups have been introduced. Going out to pitch, Rain Rietsma, a senior. Again, he is not going to be batting today, so this will be our opportunity to see him, is during his pitching performance. A right-handed pitcher, McPherson in red and white pants, Hayes High yellow, and then white pants, maroon numbers, Indians written across the chest. And your first pitch is coming up. It is brought to you by Steel Fabrications, the Ironmen of Western Kansas. If you need it fixed, welded, built, or sandblasted, see Steel Fab, East Highway 40 in Hayes, proud to support the area youth in all that they do. Again, very, very windy for today's ball game. That is most definitely going to have an effect on how these two teams trying to get today's game in. And you got to put a ball in play. You do so, especially if you get it up into the air. That is going to be difficult for either squad to come up with the ball. So warm-up pitch is being taken. This game going to start, oddly enough, right about normal time. You're hoping to hurry it along a little bit, but that has not happened. Rain Rietsma has one more warm-up pitch, and then the Indians will send Dawson Harmon into the batter's box here at the beginning of inning number 1. Harmon on the season batting .259, 15 for 58.
Number 2, Dawson Harmon.
Harmon has a hit in each of the last 4 games. It's the second longest hitting streak of his career. Had a 5-game hit streak opening up his junior year. Hit in 7 of the had 1 hit in each of those 5 games. And the first pitch misses outside to Dawson Harmon. Harmon was hit by 3 pitches on Friday in the doubleheader versus Valley Center. Pitch on the way from Rietsma. That one outside, gets by the catcher to the backstop, 2-0. Harmon this year with 1 extra base hit, a double, has driven in 8. The catcher has scored 10 runs, walked 9 times, struck out 9 times, and now has been hit by 5 pitches on the year, and that one over the top of his head, and is 3-0. Harmon this year with 2 multi-hit games, one of those in the season finale against Valley Center. hit safely in 7 of the Indians' first 8 games this year. 3-0 from Rietzma on the way. That one over the heart of the plate, 3-1. Harmon taking the entire way. Harmon hit in 7 of the first 8 games this year, then secured a hit in just 2 of the next 7 games. Now he's on a 4-game hit streak. 2 against Liberal, 2 against Valley Center. 3-1 on the way from Rietzma is going to be high, and a leadoff walk for Dawson Harmon.
Batting for Hayes, number 20, Tyrone Wynn.
Tyrone Wynn comes to the plate, the senior, batting .368 this year, 25 hits this season out of 68 at-bats. A .368 average this year, .358 in his career. He was 2 for 9 entering this season, and a throw over to first, and Harmon dives back in safely. Tyrone with 1 home run this year, a triple and 4 doubles, 6 extra base hits, squares around a bunt, pulls back on the bunt attempt as the pitch comes in high, 1-0 to the Indians' third baseman. Tyrone appeared in 6 games a year ago, and now a full-fledged starter his senior year. From the right side, Harmon at first on a leadoff walk. Again, Wynn squares around a bunt, pops it high into the air. That's going to get back and against the fence, 1-1. Wynn this season has scored 23 runs to lead the Indians, 15 runs driven in. He has walked 14 times and struck out just 7. This Indians team has walked a lot this year to boost their on-base percentage when their batting average was not as solid. 1-1 pitch count from Rain. Rietzma on the way. Wynn again squares around a bunt, pulls back on it. It's called a ball, 2-1. Harmon walked on a 3-1 count. The Indians catcher at first. Wynn from the right side has shown bunt each time, pulled back twice, and once popped it foul that landed harmlessly. The 2-1, this time not showing bunt, and he skies one to left field. This one's going back. This one is going to be gone. A 2-run home run for Tyrone Wynn. We talked about it when we got to the ballpark. Harrison and I got here and watching the first game said if you
number 16,
get turned around on one as a right-handed hitter, you got a chance to send it over the left field wall. Rietzma with a walk and now gives up a home run to Tyrone Wynn. It is 2-0, nobody out top of the first for Palmer Hutchison coming to the plate. And the first pitch to Palmer, he swings on and misses. Strike 1. Tyrone Wynn with his 2nd home run of the season and his career. Palmer Hutchison, the sophomore from the right side. The 0-1 pitch count on the way. That one is a called strike, 0-2. Palmer missed the first 9 games of the season due to a heart and health issue. He has seen time in each of the last 11. The 0-2 from Rietzma, that one is outside, 1-2. Hutchison is 10 for 29 in limited action this year, .345 average, 5 runs, 7 driven in, and a pair of doubles. Rietzma taking a long time getting ready for this pitch. Delivers, and a called strike 3 on Palmer Hutchison. So Rietzma bounces back after giving up a walk and a 2-run home run.
Number 8,
bounces
Trey
back with a
Riggs.
strikeout, and there's one away for Trey Riggs, the Indian starting pitcher. Riggs also a sophomore, batting .279, 17 for 61 this year. He was 2 for 2 as a freshman and takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. Riggs recorded a walk-off RBI hit to end a game in one of his first at-bats his freshman year in the Diamond Classic a season ago. 11 runs scored, 21 runs driven in. Pitch on the way. He takes for a ball, 1-1. Riggs this year already in the top 10 for a single season in walks with 20 He is tied for 9th. The record is 25 walks in one season at Hayes High. The 1-1 coming from Rietsma. That one is pounded into the turf towards Coach Frank Leo foul, 1-2. The record for walks in a season of 25 set by Brian Schuster in 1990 and Cole Shoemaker 2 years ago in 2015, now the Fort Hays State Tiger product. The pitch on the way to Riggs, takes way outside, 2-2. Indians 2-0. A 5-pitch walk to Dawson Harmon, and then a 2-1 pitch count to Tyrone Wynn, and he blasted one over the left field wall, got it up into that wind, and it carried over. The 2-2 on the way to Riggs. Riggs stays alive by fouling one off. Still 2-2. This is, of course, the first postseason that the pitch count rule is in effect. So we'll see how that affects what teams do in the first round of postseason play. We'll again do 2-2. Rain Rietsma with the delivery, and Riggs fouls it off again just up the third base line. Still 2-2. If it stays fair, he has a chance to beat it out. The third baseman, Kaysen Hoover, was playing off the line and now steps about 2, maybe 3 steps closer to the line on this 2-2 count from Rain Rietsma. Top of the first, Indians lead 2-0. The pitch on the way. That one is a called strike 3, and the Indians twice caught looking. Bringing to the plate the first baseman, Grant Kaufman. Kaufman, the senior, batting .258 this year, 16 for 62, does have 4 extra base hits, all doubles. And for McPherson, after Rietsma touched for 2 runs, he has struck out 2 looking. First offering to Kaufman is missing for a ball, 1-0. Kaufman this year has driven in 11, scored 8, and he, like many of the Indians, in double-digit walks with 14. Pitch on the way, and Kaufman fouls it back into the netting, 1-1. Kaufman this year with 4 multi-hit games. A 2-hit game against Russell, Capon, Goddard Eisenhower, and Andover Central. Pitch on the way to Kaufman. That one will come in low, and it's 2-1. Hayes High and McPherson in the first round of regional play, the semifinal round. Winner takes on Buhler, a 21-0 winner over Ulysses in the first game today. That game called after 2.5 innings. Pitch on the way to Kaufman. Kaufman will take for a strike, and it's 2-2. The wind has backed off just a tad from the start of the game, maybe down to 20 miles an hour from the 25 to 30 it was at first pitch. Kaufman at the plate, 2-2. Pitch on the way from Rietsma is a ball, 3-2, and Rietsma was about 6 steps towards the dugout. The shortstop had made his way to the infield green turf. And it's 3-2 to Grant Kaufman. There's the 30-mile-an-hour wind, and maybe a little bit more. Now Grant Kaufman will ask for time as Rietsma taking a long time on the mound. He took a long time against Tyrone Wynn, and then Wynn just blasted his second home run of the year. Kaufman has walked 14 times. He does have a good eye. Standing from that right side, Rietsma has the pitch that he wants. 3-2 on the way, and he misses outside. And Kaufman walks for a 15th time this year, second walk of the inning. And that will potentially help boost the pitch counts of McPherson starter Rain Rietsma. Brings up Jace Armstrong, the left fielder. The senior headed for Cloud County Community College next year to play baseball. 15 for 62 this year, a .242 batting average. .253 now in his career as he's 20 for 79. From the stretch, Rietsma to Armstrong, and Armstrong swings and misses late on a fastball, 0-1. The Indians left fielder this year, 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run. He has driven in 13. His home run came against Dodge City. And Kaufman diving back in safely at first on a throw over from pitcher Rain Rietsma. Top of the first, Hayes High 2-0. A 2-run home run by Tyrone Wynn over the left field wall. The pitch to Armstrong, and it hit him. And so 2 walks and a hit batter, and the Hayes High Indians have Cody Peterson coming to the plate, the sophomore shortstop.
Batting for Hayes, number 18, Cody Peterson.
For Jace Armstrong, that is the 6th time he's been hit by a pitch. That now leads the team. Of one stat you wish you did not lead the team in at the plate, that's pretty much it. Strikeouts, hit by pitch. And it's Cody Peterson to the plate. The sophomore batting 13 for 68 this year. That's a 198 average. But he can help the Indians expand upon a 2-0 lead here in the first as he takes a strike, 0-1. Peterson has also been hit by 5 pitches this year, so he, Jace Armstrong, and Dawson Harmon all came in with the team lead at 5, and Jace Armstrong now has that on his own. The pitch on the way, and Peterson takes for a ball, 1-1. It is a lengthy top of the first inning for the starting pitcher for the McPherson Bullpups, Rain Rietsma. Working from the stretch with Kaufman at first. He walked. Armstrong at first. Nobody holding him on. He was hit by a pitch. The delivery to Peterson. Little number up the third base side. Frank Leo, head coach for the Hayes High Indians, tries to barehand with the left hand. Coach Leo will be charged with an error as it bounces away. And a 1-2 pitch count now to Cody Peterson. Peterson this year with 1 extra base hit, that's a double, has driven in 6. He has scored 19 runs and walked 13 times. Indians 2 on 2 out, 1-2 pitch count from Rain Rietsma on the way to Peterson, who watches it come in low, and it's 2-2. Indians doing a good job seeing pitches. The shortest at bat was Jace Armstrong's, but that was also because he got hit by a pitch on an 0-1 pitch count. Kaufman at second, Armstrong at first. Indians lead 2-0 on a home run by Tyrone Wynn. Pitch to Peterson is going to be hit to the second baseman. It gets bobbled by Michael Savarino, and the error is going to load the bases for Trey Van Peltz. And Van Peltz, after sitting much of his second half of the season, went 4 for 7 versus Valley Center with a double, a pair of RBI, a stolen base, a walk, and a run scored. But first, time going to be called as there's going to be a conversation at the mound. The coach Heath Gershner coming to the plate, or coming to the mound to talk with his infield along with pitcher Rain Rietsma. The Hayes High soccer game has been delayed 5 minutes into the first half due to lightning. And now a slow walk by Coach Heath Gershner from McPherson back to the dugout as the Indians' Trey Van Pelt comes to the plate. Batting 7 for 35 this year, but again went 4 for 7 versus Valley Center on Friday. Bases loaded, 2 outs. A pitch on the way. That one in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher, but Kaufman not advancing from third. Van Pelt, the designated hitter, is the 8th pitcher, or rather the 8th hitter of this inning. Cole Murphy, the center fielder, is the lone person not to bat so far. Van Pelt from the right side. Pitch on the way is low, and it's 2-0. Hayes High leads 2-0, top of the first. Regional baseball from Buhler at Wheatland Park. More clouds settling in. Indians with the 2-run lead. Bases loaded, 2 out. Pitch on the way to Van Pelt, and he takes a strike, 2-1. Van Pelt, 2 multi-hit games this year. 3 hits in a game against Valley Center, 2 against Garden City for 5 of his 7 hits. He can really help the Indians out here in the top of the first. The pitch from Rietsma on the way. The 2-1 is popped up right side. The wind pushing it back further into play. The second baseman is out to make the catch, and he dropped it. And it's going to score a run. It's going to score 2 runs. And the Hayes High Indians lead 4-0 as Michael Savarino with his second error of the inning. And now the right fielder and the second baseman, they collide and are both up slow. Kaufman scores, Armstrong scores. The Indians send Peterson to third. Van Pelt is at first on an error. And the Hayes High Indians send Cole Murphy, their 9th batter of the inning, to the plate, leading 4-0 over McPherson. And now the catcher, Gabe Hoover, calls time. He's looking over at the dugout, wanting to know what the call is to the infield. So he will send the signals in. Hayes High a 4-0 lead, top of the first. 2 walks, a hit batter, 2 errors, and a Hayes High home run, all contributing to the 4-run inning. The pitch to Cole Murphy. Murphy check swing, called strike anyway. 0-1. The Indians bat around in the first. Cole Murphy, the junior, 8 for 50 this year, a 160 average. And I said as we opened the broadcast, get the ball in the air and the wind will do the rest. It has done so twice. Pitch low. It is 1-1. Once it sent the ball over the left field wall. Once it pushed it from heading towards foul territory to about 20 feet in play, and it was dropped. The 1-1 from Rietsma, and Murphy, a good swing but a little late. Fouls it into the screen, 1-2. Hayes High leads 4-0, runners at the corners. They've got Peterson third, so some speed if the Indians can get it in play. At first, Trey Van Pelt reaching on the error. The 1-2 pitch count from Rietsma on the way, and a chopper to the third base side, and that gets through. Gets underneath the glove of the third baseman, Kason Hoover, who dove for it. An RBI single by Cole Murphy, and the Hayes High Indians lead 5-0 in the top of the first inning.
Now batting for Hayes, number 2, Dawson Harmon.
And for a second time in the inning, Dawson Harmon comes to the plate. Harmon opened up the game with a walk and then scored. It is his 10th walk of the year and his 11th run scored. He scored the run on the 2-run home run by Tyrone Wynn, and Harmon takes a strike. 0-1. 10 batters in the first inning, and the Indians have scored 5 runs. 2 outs and 2 errors after the 2 outs, helping out the Indians. Harmon from the right side, pitch on the way, that one outside, 1-1. And the inning also at this point was kept alive when most of the McPherson infield thought they had got a strikeout. They did not, later a walk, and then this inning continued. The 1-1 on the way to Harmon, and boy, he wanted that one. Turned on it, sent it foul, 1-2, and Harmon had the right idea. He was just a little late on turning the hips to send it to left field. Harmon this year does have 1 extra base hit for a double. 5-0, top of the first. A home run and a couple of errors, and now time called as Rietsma taking a long time on the mound. And already action in the McPherson bullpen. Warming up is Trey Hankin, a junior. The 1-1 to Harmon on the way, that one low, and it's 2-2. Excuse me. Yep. Now 2-2. There we go. From the stretch with runners at first and second, Rietsma to Dawson Harmon. Indians trying to keep this 5-run inning going. Pitch on the way to Harmon, and he smashes it to center field. That's down for a hit. Indians are going to hold it at third, and the bases are loaded as Dawson Harmon singles to center field. A hard line drive that landed in front of center fielder Alex Sitz.
Batting for Hayes, number 20, Tyrone Wynn.
And to the plate, Tyrone Wynn with the bases loaded. And all he did earlier in this inning is smash a 2-run home run. Van Pelt at third, Murphy at second, Dawson Harmon at first. And of course for Tyrone Wynn, you do not try to overhit this baseball thinking about that first home run. Pitch on the way, Wynn takes a strike, 0-1. Indians have been patient. They've gotten the pitch that they wanted and have a 5-0 lead. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. The inning kept alive on a pair of errors. Pitch on the way to Wynn, and he pops this one short center field, and that's going to land for a hit. That's going to score a 1-run. Van Pelt across the plate. Coming in to score is going to be the Hayes High Indians' Cole Murphy. It's a 7-run first inning for the Hayes High Indians. 2 more runs driven in by Tyrone Wynn.
Batting for Hayes, number 16, Palmer Hutchison.
Harmon goes to second. as Van Pelt scored and Murphy scored. 7-0 Hayes High with Palmer Hutchison to the plate for a second time. He is one of the 2 outs with a strikeout, looks to redeem himself as the 12th hitter of the first inning. Pitch to Palmer Hutchison, hit hard to left field. Jeff Reed, though, watches it land in front of him. It's going to score another run. An RBI single Palmer Hutchison, 8-0 in the top of the first inning.
Batting for Hayes.
Scoring from second was Dawson Harmon. Win to second, and to the plate comes Trey Riggs, but first a timeout is called, and that may do it for pitcher Rain Rietsma. Indians have scored 8 in this first inning, and that's going to do it. A pitching change. It is brought to you by Horizon Appliance and Electronics. We are back in 1 minute. This is Hayes High Indian Baseball.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows. Making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Pitching change is being brought to you by Horizon Appliance and Electronics, where they stock a full line of appliances, HD TVs, and Traeger grills. Open 7 days a week, 1501 East 27th Street in Hayes. The day is over for the starting pitcher, Rain Rietsma, as he goes
McPherson,
2/3 of an inning,
Hankin.
giving up 8 runs, 5 hits, walking 2, hitting a batter, and striking out 2. He also gave up a home run and is responsible for the 2 still on base. Hayes High up 8-0 with 2 outs in the top of the first. And the new pitcher is Trey Hankin. And the first batter that he will face is Trey Riggs with 2 on and 2 outs. If we get the opportunity, we will talk about the new pitcher, Trey Hankin. Trey Riggs, the first one to greet him, struck out earlier in the first inning, takes a strike, 0-1. Hankin this year, with his 9th appearance, he's 1-0 with a 2.62 ERA over 16 innings worked. Pitch on the way to Riggs, goes over his head, and it's 1-1. Hankin, in 16 innings, has allowed 14 hits, 7 runs, 6 of those earned, has struck out 12 in 16 innings while walking 8, and allowed a home run. 2 on, 2 out, Indians up 8-0, top of the first. Pitch on the way, Riggs, little number up the first base line, that will go and stay foul, 1-2. Indians in motion on any contact with 2 outs. Win at second, he has driven in 4 this inning. A 2-run home run and a 2 RBI single. Cole Murphy and Palmer Hutchison have each driven in a run as well. Standing at the plate, the Hayes High Indians' Trey Riggs takes outside, 2-2. Riggs this time will step a little further out of the batter's box. Riggs struck out earlier in this first inning. It was just his 10th strikeout this year in 62 at-bats. The pitch on the way, and Riggs pops it up sky high, left side, foul territory, and nobody will get there as it goes past the foul fence, and it's still 2-2. Hayes High leading 8-0, top of the first. Clouds starting to darken a bit here in Buhler. Indians with their 13th runner, or 13th batter at the plate. 2 on, 2 out, 2-2 pitch count to the Indian starting pitcher Trey Riggs, who warmed up long ago. Pitch on the way. He hammers this one left center field. Alex sits over and will make the catch, and the inning is over. But Hayes High scores 8 in the inning. They lead 8-0 after the top half of the first. McPherson coming to the plate.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithayes.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications. Our community.
After an 8-run top of the first inning, the Indians starting pitcher Trey Riggs comes out to the mound, and he needs to get warmed up again. That was a long wait from the bullpen until he gets onto the mound. Indian baseball in this regional tournament brought to you by Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, Thomas More Prep Marion, Master Cleaners, and Lifetime Dental Care. Trey Riggs, the starting pitcher for the Hayes High Indians today. 3-1 on the year. The one loss was a 2-1 loss where he went 6 2/3 innings against Liberal.
Number 23, Dylan Wearies.
This is Trey's 6th appearance of the year, 5th start, a 2.17 ERA, over 32 1/3 innings pitched, 11 runs, 10 of those earned. He's given up 28 hits in 32 innings, 10 walks, and he has struck out 31, including a career-high 9 versus Liberal. He had set his career high the game before that of 7 against Goddard Eisenhower. Faces off against Dylan Wearies to lead off the game in the bottom of the first for McPherson, and he posts one to the left field fence. That's going to be extra bases on the first pitch of the bottom of the first inning, a double for Dylan Wearies. Certainly hope that the Indians didn't get comfortable in that short changeover from top of first to bottom of the first inning. For Dylan Wearies, that was his 6th double of the year, a team that has hit 22 doubles. Hayes High just a few more than that. So runner at second for Michael Savarino, the second baseman. Savarino charged with 2 errors in the first, swing and a miss, 0-1. Savarino this year batting .333. He is 19 for 57. Second on the team in hits to Wearies, who stands at second with his 25th hits. Trey Riggs to deal, throw to third on the steal attempt is going into left field, and that's going to score a run. And it's 8-1. Wearies a stolen base, and then an Indian error, and they double, and all of a sudden it's 8-1. Hayes High does not need to give McPherson any momentum here in this game. So Riggs can shake it off and now work from the windup. 1-1 to Michael Savarino. 12 runs driven in, second on the team. Takes a pitch for a ball, 2-1. Savarino with a pair of doubles for his only 2 extra base hits. Has walked 7 times, struck out 4. Takes a pitch, 3-1. Hayes High needs to have Trey Riggs have just a normal start with this 8-run lead that is now down to 7, and he walks Michael Savarino, and the first 2 batters of the inning reach for McPherson. And certainly with weather on the way, the last thing you need is a game in the double digits for both squads. Bringing up Kaysen Hoover. McPherson's third baseman, bats from the right side. Hoover, a .322 hitter. He is 19 for 59. Pitch on the way. That's right back up the middle, and that's going to be a single. Takes a high hop to Cole Murphy. Fields it on the second bounce, and the first three batters have reached for the McPherson Bullpups. They have runners at first and second, nobody outs for Zane Myers.
Zane Myers.
Zane Myers, the right fielder for McPherson today. A .341 hitter, 14 for 41. He has scored 10 times and has driven in 8. Pitch on the way, shows bunt, pops it up in the air, and it went straight down in front of the batter, and did it go foul? The field umpire called it foul. So Myers back to first in an 0-1 pitch count. And now the umpires are going to talk. Did he kick the ball out of the box? If he did, the batter is out. We saw that in the game against Liberal last week, where a bunter kicked a fair ball and was out on interference. And the rule is foul ball. And now Coach Frank Leo wants an explanation. And they called him out the first time. And now it has been changed to be a foul ball, so Coach Frank Leo wants an explanation out of this. 8-1, Hayes High leads bottom of the first, an 8-run first inning. A home run by Tyrone Wynn, a couple of errors. But then McPherson leads off the bottom of the first with a double, a stolen base, and then a throwing error on that stolen base. Leads to the first run, then a walk and a single. And now an out overruled. And Coach Frank Leo still making his point. So the out is overruled. And it will be 2 on, nobody out, a 1-1 pitch count, I believe, to Zane Myers. The pitch out of the stretch from Trey Riggs. Check swing, gets away from the catcher, and both runners advance. Runners at second and third with nobody outs. And the sophomore Trey Riggs needs to settle in. And with a 7-run lead, Hayes High needs a ground ball here, and you can trade a run for an out up by 7. The 2-1 on the way. That one a called strike on Myers, 2-2. Myers, a .341 hitter. He is 14 for 41. Riggs out of the windup with runners at second and third. A ball called. And it's 3-2. And a full count to Zane Myers. Riggs quickly works the 3-2. Pitch on the way. Called strike 3. Big strikeout for Trey Riggs. Bringing to the plate the designated hitter, Wyatt Seidel.
Batting for McPherson, number 34, Wyatt Seidel.
Seidel, a .302 hitter. He is 13 for 43 with 8 runs driven in. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch misses, 1-0. Indian soccer playing today at home, but not now because of a lightning delay. The pitch on the way, nice block by Harmon, and it's 2-0. Trey Riggs, the pitcher, looks at his catcher, taps his chest, says, "My bad," threw it in too low. 8-1 Hayes High, but McPherson swinging heavily in the first inning. Pitch on the way, that one outside. 3-0 to Wyatt Seidel. If you do not get a quality pitch here, you can set up a potential double play. Pitch on the way and a 4-pitch walk to Seidel. Second walk of the inning, and the bases are loaded with 1 out for Alex Sitz, the center fielder. Sitz, a .333 hitter. 15 for 45 this year.
14, Alex Sitz.
Sitz on the year has scored 12 runs for a team that has scored 121 runs. And Coach Frank Leo is going to come out and talk with his team and his starting pitcher, Trey Riggs. Riggs has had a fantastic sophomore campaign. You would imagine a chance for some Western Athletic Conference honors. Riggs a 2.17 ERA and a 3-1 record. Won a full game against Great Bend. He pitched 6 2/3 innings against Liberal and ended up taking the loss, allowing just 2 runs. He ended up going 7 innings of relief against Garden City in a game that went 13 innings. One of the many Hayes High 1-run losses this year. Bases loaded, 1 out for Alex Sitz, the center fielder. Hayes High up 8-1 in the bottom of the first. Pitch on the way. That one's popped up left side. Jace Armstrong, long run. Can't make the diving catch. Armstrong quickly fields, throws into third. They can't get the out. The diving catch, Armstrong made a good run at it. An RBI single by Sitz, and it's 8-2. Savarino scores from third. Hoover to third, and Seidel to second. It's being scored an error, but Armstrong ran a long ways and made a head-first dive to try to come up with the ball. We will score it a hit. Pitch on the way to Gunnar Reese, the first baseman, for a strike, 0-1. Reese, a .256 hitter, 10 for 39. Pitch to Reese, popped up right side, foul territory, but is trying to push it back fair and lands foul as Grant Kaufman took off running after, and it's 0-2. It's 8-2. The bases are still loaded with 1 out. If the Indians can somehow sneak out of here in the first inning, not allowing many more than that, you feel much more positive about it. The 0-2 on the way is missing outside, and not tempted to swing was Reese, 1-2. And that pitch set up to potentially take it away, to have Reese swing away at it. The pitch on the way fouled off by Reese, still 2-2, and a lengthy first inning for the Indian starter Trey Riggs. (8-2) Hayes High. The pitch on the way is popped up. Foul territory. Kaufman giving chase. It's pushing it back towards fair territory, but again lands foul. That will be the interesting issue today, is anything close to that first base line, if you're not giving chase, there's a chance it'll go back fair. And again, 1-2 pitch count to Gunnar Reese. 3 hits in the inning and an Indian error, all leading to a run. Along with 2 walks, pitch on the way came inside, nearly hitting Gunnar Reese. 2-2. Indians lead 8-2, but the bases are loaded with 1 out. The 1 out, a Zane Myers strikeout looking, and now a hot shot into the glove of the Indian pitcher Riggs, and the Indians turn the double play as they go 1-4-3. Palmer Hutchison turns the double play, and the Indians get out of the inning, giving up just 2 runs. They lead 8-2 after 1 complete. This is Hayes High Indian baseball.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows. Making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Hayes High Indian postseason regional baseball is being brought to you by Walmart, Bernie's Hamburger House, Bacon Wright Appraising Services, and Home Steel Siding and Windows. We do know that there are severe thunderstorms in the Ellis County area. We will break away to cover those severe thunderstorms on the radio side as much as necessary. You can catch the games as well at HayesPost.com. Indians head to the top of the second, leading 8-2 against McPherson as they face Trey Hankin for a first full inning. Pitch on the way to Kaufman, takes high 1-0. Kaufman walked and scored back in that first inning where the Indians had 8 runs on 5 hits, a couple of McPherson errors. The pitch to Kaufman, head high 2-0. Kaufman worked the count full to 3-2 and then walked on the next pitch. His first time up. For Grant, it was walk number 15 of the season. The pitch on the way to Kaufman, misses 3-0. Coming into this 2017 season, a player would need 19 walks in order to get into the top 10 of a single season. And the Hayes High Indians have been assaulting that record. Armstrong with 17 walks coming in. Trey Riggs with 20 already. Kaufman with 14. Tyrone Wynn came into this regional with 14 walks. Pitch on the way, called strike to Kaufman. 3-1, taking the entire way. Hayes High, their on-base percentage at .405 despite the season batting average at .246. The pitch from Hankin on the way. 3-1 is a called strike, 3-2. Rain Reitsma, the starter for McPherson. It was 2/3 of an inning, giving up 8 runs on 5 hits, a home run, walking 2, hitting 1, and striking out 2. Now a 3-2 pitch count to Kaufman. Pitch on the way and a ball that gets away to the backstop. It was a ball anyway and a walk to Grant Kaufman. He has walked twice today, and now on the season has walked 16 times.
Armstrong.
And Jace Armstrong comes to the plate. Hit for a 6th time this year and 7th in his career. He'll step in from the right side. He was a long line of Indians to score in the first inning. Indians had 6 consecutive batters score at one point and a strike to Armstrong, 0-1. Jace is 15 for 62 this year. He has taken a walk in at least one walk in 12 of 20 games this year. That does not include the times he's been hit by a pitch, as Hankin misses 1-1. Hankin threw 6 pitches in inning number 1. So he works from that number here in relief of Rain Reitsma. Runner at first, Grant Kaufman. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Armstrong, 1-2. Armstrong has struck out a team-high 24 times this year and has struck out multiple times in each of the last 5 games. The wind kind of ebb and flows in this game as it will die for a moment, then pick back up. 1-2 to Armstrong, pops it up. Foul territory, that will get out of play and land behind towards the press box. Still 1-2. The press box here is set up so that it can be viewed of any of the 4 fields. The 1-2 again to Armstrong coming from Hankin. Pitch on the way, breaking pitch misses, 2-2. As we have noticed in many of the events that we broadcast with McPherson, they are unhappy with the umpires and officials. Hankin takes a long stroll behind the turf mound here at Wheatland Park in Buhler. Winner of this game takes on Buhler, who won 21-0 in 3 innings. Pitch on the way to Armstrong. That one above his head, and 3-2. And the first 2 batters of this second inning have all worked the pitch count full. Kaufman walking, and now Armstrong will see a 7th pitch in this at-bat. Kaufman saw 6. 3-2 to Armstrong. The pitch from Trey Hankin is on the way. That one in the dirt, and a second walk to start the inning. Hayes High leads 8-2. They got a double play on a chopper that landed in the glove of Trey Riggs, the pitcher, threw to Hutchison at second, gunned out the runner at first for an inning-ending double play when the bases were loaded with 1 out. Here comes Cody Peterson to the plate, reaching on an error and scoring in the first inning. Peterson now 13 4:69 time is called before the first pitch. Kaufman at second, Armstrong at first. Indians with a 6-run lead looking to push it back to 8 or more. Peterson shows bunt, pitches high, 1-0. Indians able to get a fairly sizable lead off the base paths right now, with the first baseman Reese playing way in, the third baseman Kason Hoover playing way in as well. 8-2, Hayes high, top of the second. 2 on, nobody out. Peterson shows bunt, lays it down first base side, but foul. 1-1. Peterson this year with 6 runs driven in. Right now just trying to move 2 more into position. He has scored 19 runs, including his one today that puts it to 20. He was one of 3 players coming into this game that have been hit by 5 pitches on the year, and then Armstrong hit in the first for his 6th time. The 1-1 pitch counts on the way. Peterson shows bunt, pops it up way back to the screen, and it's 1-2. I don't know if we set the scene for you, but as we sit and watch this game, we are directly behind home plate. The wind for where we sit is knocked down a bit by some of the other fields and structures between the parking lot and here, but not by much. Full cloud cover now. Had a little bit of blue sky at the beginning of this game. 1-2 to Cody Peterson. 2 on, nobody out. Peterson again shows bunt on 1-2, pulls back, 2-2. Peterson reached on an error and scored in the first. Indians scored 8 in the first. Palmer Hutchison and Trey Riggs, the only Indians not to score a run in inning number 1. All 8 runs charged to Rain Rietsma, even though the last 3 of those unearned due to 2 errors. The 2-2, and again showing bunt, and a good one by Peterson up the left side. Peterson has a chance to beat this out and will do so. The third baseman, Hoover, has to eat it, and it's an infield single for Cody Peterson. And the bases are loaded with nobody out for Trey Van Pelt.
Number 31, Trey Van Pelt.
The Indians have their 6th hit in the first 2 innings, and the bases are loaded for Trey Van Pelt, who reached on an error and scored in the first inning. 8-2, top of the second, and a big spot for Trey Van Pelt. 7 hits, 5 runs driven in, 4 of those hits and 2 of those RBI against the Valley Center Hornets on Friday. The pitch on the way. Van Pelt pops it up high on the infield. Infield fly rule is being called for, and the shortstop, Dylan Wearies, will make the catch for out number 1. So bases loaded and 1 out for Cole Murphy. And the Indians need to get back their 2 runs they gave up in the first.
Chance Murphy.
They lead 8-2, but you would like to see that jump back to at least an 8-run lead. Murphy singled in a run in the first inning and then later scored. Pitch on the way to Murphy. Head high, 1-0. The RBI single by Murphy was his 9th hit of the year and his 9th run driven in. The run that he scored was number 7. The 1-0 pitch from Hankin on the way. That one is outside, 2-0. Bases loaded, 1 out. Indians receiving a walk, and then a single. The single by Cody Peterson on a bunt attempt on a 2-2 pitch count. If you know your rules of baseball, that goes foul, you're out. Murphy from the right side, the Indian center fielder, part-time starting pitcher, chops a pitch foul, off-speed pitch to make it 2-1. Murphy with that hit, doubling his hit total from the past 12 games where he went 1 for 25. Started the year 7 for 25. That's a 280 average. He's down to 160 after going 1 for his last 25. Pitch on the way to Murphy. Head high, 3-1. Bases are loaded. And so right now you're thinking that the junior pitcher for McPherson, Trey Hankin, has to throw a strike. But if it's outside the zone, allow the run to come in. Hankin from the stretch on this 3-1 pitch count, and it comes inside, and it's an RBI walk for Cole Murphy. His second run driven in the game. Scoring Grant Kaufman this time. Armstrong to third, Peterson to second, and the bases are loaded with one out.
Dawson Harmon.
And Harmon will bat for a third time in 2 innings, but will we get a pitching change first? We will. And a pitching change for McPherson. We're back with that pitching change in 1 minute. This is Hayes High Indian Baseball.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithayes.com today. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself for the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Pitching change is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Hayes. Contact Dick Schmidt or Seth Albers today for all your seed, plant nutritionals, and crop protection products, giving you another option in the area to make your farming operation successful. Crop Production Services of Hayes, proud to support area youth in all that they do. Coach Heath Gershner for McPherson making another pitching change. This is Gunnar Reese to the mound. The third pitcher through an inning and a third. Reese a 0.95 ERA, but that comes in 3 appearances that have canvassed 7 1/3 innings. 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. In those 7 1/3 innings, he has struck out 6 and walked 3, though he does have a 2-0 record. Bases are loaded, 1 out for Dawson Harmon. Hankin goes 2/3 of an inning. 1 hit, 1 run. He's responsible for the 3 on board. He walked 3 Indians, one of those bringing in a run. The 1 hit was by Cody Peterson on an infield single that the third baseman, Kason Hoover, was unable to get to in time. So Harmon, bases loaded. He's 1 for 1. A single in the second, a walk in the first, and he has scored 2 runs. The pitch on the way to Harmon, they called strike. 0-1 to Harmon. Dawson, with the 2 runs scored today, is now at 12 on the season and 13 in his career. The junior catcher calling for time. The McPherson pitchers have taken a long time on the mound. Indians loaded the bases on a pair of walks and a single to open this inning, then a infield fly rule pop out for the first out, then an RBI walk by Cole Murphy. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-1. It is a hard habit to break to not call the pitch in the dirt when there's no dirt. The turf throughout the infield, a different shade in the foul territory dirt as compared to the infield dirt. The 1-1 to Harmon. That one misses. 2-1. Bases are loaded with Kaufman scoring already. Jace Armstrong at third. He reached on a walk. Cody Peterson at second, reached on a single. Cole Murphy at first, reached on a walk that drove in a run, his second RBI of the day. 9-2, Hayes High. Pitch to Harmon. That misses, and it's 3-1. And just like Cole Murphy, you are forcing, with the bases loaded, the pitcher to throw a strike, but if it's not close to the zone, let the run walk in. The 3-1 to Harmon, that one is going to be a walk, and the Hayes High Indians lead 10-2 on an RBI walk by Dawson Harmon. 6th walk of the game
For Hayes, number 20,
by the pitching
Tyrone
staff
Wynn.
for McPherson, bringing to the plate Tyrone Wynn. And what has Tyrone done so far? That is drive in 4 of the Indians' 10 runs on a home run and a single. Bases loaded, 1 out. Wynn takes a strike, 0-1. Regardless of the level of baseball player you are, I guess maybe the major leagues, when you are 2 for 2 with 4 runs driven in the first inning and a third, you can't help but think more. The pitch on the way to Win, holds back on the bat, 1-1, and that's what we're talking about, making sure you're still helping the team and not just yourself. Indians lead 10-2, top of the second, 8 in the first. Gave up 2 in the bottom of the first, but have gotten those back on RBI walks. The head-high pitch makes it 2-1. And the Indians have been very disciplined at the plate. Now, some of these pitches are nowhere close. The ones at the head are obvious. The ones that bounce in are obvious. But Hayes High is taking a lot of pitches out of the strike zone and not reaching and popping up. The 2-1 on the way to Win, fouls it away, 2-2. And Win had a bead on the pitch, but may have pulled his head just a little bit and got it off the end of the bat, sending it up to the first base dugout, which here in Buhler is the home dugout. 2-2 from Gunnar Reese, the third pitcher from McPherson to Tyrone Wynn. The pitch on the way, and Wynn right back up the middle. That's going to hit the gap, and that's going to roll all the way to deep right center field. 1 run is in, 2 runs is in. Here comes the Indians' third run on a 3 RBI double by Tyrone Wynn. Wynn has driven in 7 runs in 3 at-bats. It is 13-2.
Number 16, Palmer Hutchison.
Armstrong scored from third, Peterson from second, Cole Murphy from first, and Hayes High leads 13-2. All 3 of those runs, well, 2 of those 3 runs charged to Trey Henkin. One of those now to the new pitcher in Gunnar Reese, and to the plate Palmer Hutchison, who takes a strike, 0-1. 1 out, top of the second. Hayes High leads McPherson 13-2. Win at second, pitch on the way, a called strike to Hutchison, and it's 0-2. And Palmer did not like the call. Palmer today 1 for 2, strikeout looking and an RBI single, both in the first inning. We are still in the top of the second inning. Hayes High 8 spot in the first, 5 in the second. The pitch on the way. Hutchison watches it bounce about 3 feet before the plate. 1-2. And this Hayes High offense had a lot of pent-up frustration this year. A lot of opportunities to score runs and just did not do it. Did not bat well with runners in scoring position, but they are today. And they lead 13-2 in the top of the second. Pitch to Hutchison. That one to the third baseman. Takes it on his knees on a third hop. Throws it across the diamond, and they throw. Did he tag out Hutchison at first? He did. Gunnar Reese had to come off the bag and tagged out Hutchison, and there's 2 away. That was
Batting for Hayes,
not clean all the way around.
Riggs.
And the Indians, for a second time in 2 innings, will bat around. They sent 13 to the plate in the first. This is hitter number 9 of the second, Trey Riggs, who's 0 for 2. A strikeout and a flyout to center field. And that was difficult for Alex Sitz. Runner in scoring position, Indians up 13-2. The pitch on the way, and Riggs turns on one and hammers it, but foul. Riggs knew what he was doing. He saw the opportunity to turn on the pitch. It was a first pitch strike and fastball over the middle. And he just turned a little too fast. Win at second, who has driven in 7 in this game. A home run, a single, and a double. The 0-1 pitch count on the way, missing to Riggs, 1-1. Wynn's home run in the first made it 2-0. His RBI single that drove in 2 also in the first inning. And then the 3-run double in the second inning. And McPherson is on their third pitcher. Pitch on the way, that is Riggs, hammers one to left center field, but running it down again is Alex Sitz, the center fielder, and the inning is over. But Hayes High bats around. They score 5 and lead 13-2 to the bottom of the second. This is Hayes High, Indian baseball.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithayes.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
(13-2) in favor of Hayes High against McPherson, the 2 seed of the sub-state and this regional, to the bottom of the second inning. Hayes High 8 in the first, 2 in the second. And Trey Riggs has to be wondering what to do. What to do with this much of a lead, and the answer would be to throw strikes as he throws a ball to Jeff Reed. 8 in the first, 5 in the second. For the Hayes High Indians, McPherson with 2 in the first, and now they bat in the bottom of the second. Pitch to Reed, swing and a miss, 1-1. Trey Riggs in the first got out of the inning with a huge double play, a 1-4-3 double play. A bouncer into his glove, threw to Hutchison at second, who turned and threw to first in time. Misses with the pitch, 2-1. It got the Indians out of a bases loaded, 1-out jam with 2 already across, and now showing bunt is Reed, and he sends it foul, 2-2. The first inning forced Trey Riggs to throw 25 pitches. Indian Baseball brought to you by Next Tech Wireless, Swift Services, Classic Quality Body Shop, Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau, and Eagle Communications. Pitch on the way, 2-2, and a strikeout on the foul tip that's caught by Dawson Harmon. And Trey Riggs has one down in the second to the catcher, Gabe Hoover. That is the second strikeout now, my apologies, for Trey Riggs. Gabe Hoover coming to the plate, the 9-hitter, 188 average. He is 3 for 16 this year, and he takes a strike, 0-1. And Riggs, if he can settle in, can really focus on throwing strikes here with a 11-run lead. This one bounces into Harmon, 1-1. Hoover, the catcher, is 3 for 16. He has scored 4 runs. He has not driven in a run, walked once and struck out once, takes a strike, and it's 1-2. Winner of this game takes on Bueller, who scored 21 runs against Ulysses in a 3-inning victory, and a ball thrown to Gabe Hoover, and Dawson Harmon, the catcher, thought it was a strikeout. He started to throw it to third base for the strikeout. The 2-2 on the way from Wynn, popped up right side. Kaufman started back, now coming in and makes the catch. And Grant Kaufman played that perfectly at third base. The way that the wind is playing, you do not need to start going sprinting to the side. You can back up, judge where the wind is going to blow it, and come up on it, and that's exactly what Kaufman did. In the error, one of the 2 by McPherson that kept the inning alive in the first, McPherson did not do that. That'll bring up Dylan Waries, who doubled and scored in the first. Pitch on the way. Waries again, left field up against the fence, and that's going to be extra bases again for Waries. He has seen 2 pitches and hit 2 doubles off of Trey Riggs. The first pitch he saw in the first was a double. The first pitch that he sees in the second inning is a double. Waries then stole second and scored on a throwing error at the time, and now the catcher Dawson Harmon going out to talk with Trey Riggs. They may have been talking about what they want to do here with Michael Savarino with 2 outs. 55 stolen bases for McPherson coming into this game. That's through 18 games. The pitch on the way to Savarino, bounces in. Dawson Harmon, nice stop, makes it 1-0 to Michael Savarino, who walked and scored in the first. One of the, as of now, 2 runs for McPherson. Riggs from the stretch, takes a check of second, throws the pitch, bounces in. Again, Harmon, a nice stop, and it's 2-0. Savarino went to a 3-1 pitch count before earning the walk. He scored on an RBI single by Alex Sitz. But then the Indians got out of the inning with a double play. That right now is the biggest play of the game. Pitch on the way and a foul ball from Savarino. Good pitch from Riggs, as he brought the eye level up a little bit of Savarino, and Savarino was well underneath of it and just nicked it foul. 2-1 from Riggs, runner at second, pitch on the way to the shortstop. Peterson takes it on the hop, throws it across the diamond in time, and there's 3 down in the bottom of the second inning. After 2 complete, Hayes High leads McPherson at Regional Baseball in Buhler 13-2. This is Hayes High Indian Baseball.
Comes up with a hit.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows. Making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Move along to the top of the third inning. Hayes High leads the McPherson Bullpups 13-2. As the Indians face Gunnar Reese, it is the third pitcher of the day for the Bullpups. Gunnar Reese, a junior, a .95 ERA, allowed a run to score in the first. He was on the hill for 4 runs that crossed, but of those 4 runs, 3 of them were not his batters or his runners. Grant Kaufman takes a strike, 0-1. Kaufman has walked twice, both on 3-2 pitch counts. And off of 2 different pitchers, this is the first time he's seen Gunnar Reese, who works exclusively from the stretch. Kaufman skies one, left center field. The left fielder and the center fielder converge. It is Alex Sitz, the center fielder, taking charge. And it is the first time today that Hayes High has not gotten their leadoff runner aboard. We are in the third.
Batting for Hayes, number 22, Jace Armstrong.
And Jace Armstrong at the plate for a third time. He's been hit by a pitch, and he has walked, scoring a pair of runs. For Armstrong, number 16 and 17 of the season. To go along with his 15 hits, and the pitch low, 1-0. Now, this is one of the rare times this afternoon that the wind has let up a bit here at Wheatland Park. It doesn't last very long, though. And again, because of the structures between the parking lot and where we sit, and what would be the northeast field, it's blocking a little bit of the wind. Here's a chopper, third base, and up with it, Case and Hoover across the diamond, and there's 2 away. As Armstrong is thrown out at first. 2 up, 2 down to Cody Peterson,
Batting
the shortstop.
Hayes, number 18, Cody Peterson.
Peterson, a bunt single in the second inning, is 1 for 2. He reached on an error and has scored 2 times. Of the Indians, 13 runs today. 9 of them have come from the 5 through 9 hitters. And the pitch and first offering to Cody Peterson misses, 1-0. Indians, 8 runs in the first, 5 in the second, but now 2 up, 2 down in the third. They gave up 2 in the first. Pitch on the way, that one high, 2-0 to Peterson. Cody Peterson with the infield bunt single. Has 14 hits now on the year and is 14 for 70. Sophomore shortstop looks at the pitch coming in, doesn't pull the trigger, called strike anyway, and it's 2-1. Facing Gunnar Reese. Opening pitcher Rain Rietsma threw 47 pitches, gave up 8 runs. The 2-1 to Peterson, well outside, and it's 3-1. Trey Hankin went 2/3 of an inning, giving up 4 runs and threw 30 pitches. Gunnar Reese threw 17 in the previous inning. We are in the 3rd. Pitch on the way. Peterson takes a 2-out walk. That is walk number 7 taken by the Indians in 2 2/3 innings. They've also been hit by a pitch, and Trey Van Pelt to the plate. Trey 0 for 2 today. The designated hitter reached on an error in the first and scored, and then popped up to the shortstop with the bases loaded in the second. That was when the infield fly rule was put into effect, and Van Pelt hammers one. Left center field, gone. 2-run home run, Trey Van Pelt. The Indians' 2nd home run of the game. For Trey Van Pelt, it is his first career home run, and the score is now 15-2. We have talked about no doubt sounds in sports before. When Trey turned on the pitch and it left his bat, there was no doubt. The wind undoubtedly helped it. He would not have needed the help. And that'll bring up with 2 outs Cole Murphy. So just as McPherson thought they might get a clean inning, try to get something going, Trey Van Pelt squashes that quickly, and a ball to Cole Murphy. Murphy 1 for 1, a single and an RBI in the first, a walk and a RBI in the second. He has scored 2 runs. Pitch on the way to Murphy, and that one low, 2-0. Trey Van Pelt, first career home run, RBI number 6 and 7. And his 2nd run today, making it run number 8 for his season. Pitch on the way to Murphy, called strike, 2-1. Van Pelt did a cold slump, and then it broke out of it against Valley Center, going 4 for 7 with a double, a pair of RBI. He has hit a home run today to go along with 2 runs scored. Pitch to Murphy. Murphy skies it. Left side of the infield, the wind pushing it out to shallow left. The shortstop, Dylan Weary's there to make the catch, but the Indians strike again, this time a 2-run home run from Trey Van Pelt. After the top half of the 3rd, the Hayes High Indians lead McPherson 15-2. This is Hayes High Indian Baseball.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
15-2, Hayes High over McPherson to the bottom of the 3rd. Before Trey Riggs goes to the mound, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. First pitch to Kason Hoover is a ball from Riggs. Riggs chomps on his gum, fires, A foul ball that is pushed back into play, and Grant Kaufman makes a sliding catch. The first baseman who played a ball very well in the wind in the previous inning, that ball was headed foul. The wind pushed it back into play, and when I mean foul, it was going to head out of the stadium, out of play. And Kaufman tracked it down and came sliding in for the catch, and there's one away. Riggs fires, misses on the breaking pitch now to Zane Myers. Myers struck out looking in the first inning on a 3-2 pitch count. One of the 2 strikeouts thus far for the Indian starter, Trey Riggs, now fires a strike 1-1. Riggs this year, 3-1. It is his 5th career start, all coming this year, and 10th career appearance, striking breaking pitch for a strike 1-2. Riggs made his first career start this year and won 5-2 over Cape and Mount Carmel. Now gets a swing and a miss from Zane Myers, who's down for a second time on strikes, and Trey Riggs has his 3rd strikeout. The Indians obviously have plenty of offensive highlights when you're up 15-2. Hayes High has one gigantic defensive play, as to the plate and taking a pitch out of the zone is Wyatt Seidel. The Indians saw the bases loaded with 1 out, and they got a double play. Pitcher to second to first, and now a chopper. Peterson has to charge, takes it on the second hop, throws on the run, dug out by Kaufman in time, and the inning is over. The Indians with 2 nice defensive gems to help Trey Riggs get out of that inning. 1-2-3. After 3 complete, Hayes High leads 15-2. This is Hayes High Indian Baseball.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
On to the top of the 4th, Hayes High leading McPherson 15-2. Soccer in Hayes has been postponed until Wednesday with Augusta.
Batting for Hayes.
They will resume the game 5 minutes in the first round of the playoffs. TMP softball into the championship game of their softball regional. Hayes High softball losing in the opening round to Andale Garden Plain in the first round of Sub-State yesterday. First pitch to Dawson Harmon, who leads off the 4th inning with his 4th at-bat. A little nubber right side and a diving catch by first baseman Gunnar Reese for the first out. And Dawson Harmon is now 1 for 2 today. He has scored 3 runs.
Batting for Hayes, number 20, Tyrone Wynn.
Bringing up Tyrone Wynn, and Tyrone has had a game. 3 hits, 7 runs driven in. A home run scoring 2, a single scoring 2, and a double scoring 3. 1-0 as Reese misses with the pitch. Fires again, and Wynn takes a strike, 1-1. If you're wondering, Wynn does have a triple on the year. Should he be gunning for the cycle? With the wind today, that might be a tad difficult, pushing things a little deeper for fly balls. But then if you get a hold of one, you get an opportunity to end up getting a home run, and he will have another single as he laces one straight up the middle. And Tyrone Wynn, a 4-hit day For Wynn,
Batting for Hayes, number 16.
that
Palmer
is
Hutchison.
multi-hit game number 8 on the year, and the second time this year, make that the third time this year he has had 4 hits. Now 29 on the season. Bringing up Palmer Hutchison, who's 1 for 3 today. Runner up first, Tyrone Wynn. Pitch to Hutchison, swing and a miss. And 0-1. Indians face Gunnar Reese, who has thrown 31 pitches through his first inning and a third of work. Gave up a 2-run home run in the previous inning. He has allowed 3 runs so far. Indians lead 15-2. In the top of the 4th, pitch over the helmet level of Palmer Hutchison, 1-1. 8 in the first, 5 in the second, and 2 in the third for the Hayes High Indians. McPherson right now with 2 in the first. And they had the bases loaded with nobody out. Pitch on the way, Hutchison takes 2-1. McPherson scored to make it 8-1 on a double, a stolen base, and a throwing error on the steal attempt. Got another run driven in, had the bases loaded, nobody out, and the Indians got out of it. Pitch on the way. Here's a attempt to steal of second by Wynn. Slides in, and he is out. Wynn cut down at second by Gabe Hoover. And there's 2 away with Hutchison at the plate. And the pitch count, tell you the truth, I am unsure. 2-1 is what we have, but there was a pitch there, did not see it. Hutchison awaits at the plate with 2 outs now and nobody on, and he takes a pitch away, and that will make it, I believe, 3-2. And now time has been called. And the home plate umpire sees the coach Heath Gershner go to the plate to the mound to talk with his infield and pitcher in what is a middle of an at-bat. Dawson Harmon a soft line drive out. Then Tyrone Wynn a single but caught stealing second. And the pitch count at 3-2, I believe. This meeting taking a while, and after what McPherson again thought should have been strike 3, is quite simply is McPherson's coach Heath Gershner trying to prove a point because the meeting is being broken up, and the home plate umpire is now talking with Gershner. That was for one reason and one reason only. Essentially a protest of the call. 3-2 to Palmer Hutchison. Hayes High Indians second baseman at the plate. Playing in a shortened season because of health issues early in the year. Pitch on the way. Palmer swing and a miss. And the inning is over. So facing the minimum is Gunnar Reese. The Indians, for the first time today, do not score a run. After the top of the 4th inning, Hayes High leads McPherson 15-2 on Hayes High Indian baseball.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Trey Riggs back out to the mound in the bottom of the 4th inning. Dustin Armbruster with you from Bueller as the Hayes High Indians lead McPherson by the score of 15-2.
McPherson, number 14, Alex sits.
It is the 6, 7, and 8 hitters to the plate for McPherson. Alex sits, the center fielder, who's made a couple of nice plays up first, and 1-0 as Riggs misses. Sits an RBI single in the first. At the time, that made it 8-2 and had the bases loaded with 1 out. Pitch on the way, fouled off the foot of Sits, and he will take a moment to walk it off, 1-1. 48 pitches through 3 innings for Riggs. Only 8 thrown in a 1-2-3 third inning. On a pop foul play to Grant Kaufman on a great play, a strikeout, and then a ground out. And now a hard shot foul by Sits, 1-2. Sits today 1 for 1. Indians' Trey Riggs, 3-1 on the season. Only lost a 2-1 decision against Liberal. Sits fouls one back into the netting, again 1-2. In that game, Liberal scored 2 in 1 inning. Hayes High had a 1-0 lead in that game. Scored that run and then no more as they scored it in the first. And a called strike 3 on Alex Sits, 4th strikeout of the day for Trey Riggs. Riggs has struck out a single batter in each of the 4 innings so far, which goes along with his season coming into today. Riggs had struck out 31 in 32 1/3 innings, and a pitch misses the strike zone to Gunnar Reese. Reese, now the pitcher for McPherson, pops one up, third base side. Tyrone went under it, and there's 2 away. For Jeff Reed, the left fielder, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout.
Batting for McPherson, number 6, Jeff Reed.
Riggs, the sophomore, earned the start with that 3-1 mark. 6th appearance, 5th start, pitch on the way. That one is hit to center field. Cole Murphy drifting underneath of it. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. Second consecutive 1-2-3 inning for Trey Riggs and the Hayes High Indian defense. After 4 complete, Hayes High leads McPherson 15-2. This is Hayes High Indian Baseball.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows. Making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
We move along to the top of the 5th inning, where the Hayes High Indians lead McPherson in Bueller by the score of 15-2. Winner of this game takes on Bueller in the championship, 21-0 winners over Ulysses in game number 1. Gunnar Reese back out to the mound. He has so far had the most success against the Hayes High Indians, as he will face off for a second time against the Hayes High Indians' Trey Riggs, who takes the ball 1-0. Indians scored 8 in the first, 5 in the second, and 2 in the third. And now a Trey Riggs bomb left field, gone. The Indians' 3rd home run of the day. Trey Riggs, a solo shot to open up the 5th, and Hayes High makes it 16-2. Hayes High on the season had hit a grand total of 2 home runs. They have 3 in this game. is the first hit today for Trey Riggs, and that'll bring up Grant Kaufman. And I said it before the game, you get it up to left field, and you have a better than average chance for a home run. Hayes High has hit 3 of them that way. They had 2 home runs on the year. 16-2 Hayes High. Grant Kaufman to the plate, takes a ball 1-0. Kaufman is 0 for 1 today. He has walked twice and scored twice, once in the first, once in the second. He flew out to center field to open the third. Hayes High went in order in the fourth, and now a home run in the fifth. And Kaufman takes a strike at the knees, 1-1. Hayes High with the 14-run lead in the top of the fifth. 8-0, then 8-2, and Hayes High has continued to expand the lead from there as Kaufman takes inside, 2-1. Grant Kaufman has seen a lot of pitches today. 6 in the first, 6 in the second, 2 in the third, and now here in the fifth, this will be the 4th pitch at this at-bat. And he'll see another one as that one's inside, 3-1. Kaufman this season has walked 14 times. He has 2 more today and is ahead in the count, 3-1. The pitch to Kaufman, inside, and he walks for a 3rd time today. And time is called. We are going to have a pinch runner coming into the game for the Hayes High Indians will be Dylan Scheibler.
Batting for Hayes, number 22, Jace Armstrong.
So Scheibler, the pinch runner now at first base. As coming to the plate is the Hayes High Indians' Jace Armstrong, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Armstrong hit by a pitch in the first, scored, walked in the second, scored, grounded out against Gunnar Reese in the third. Now batting in the top of the fifth with a runner on, nobody out. Throw over to first, Scheibler back in safely. Dylan, a multi-hit game against Valley Center on Friday, which capped off Hayes High playing 6 games in 4 days. Pitch misses to Armstrong, 1-1. Excuse me, 1-0. Scheibler leading away from first. The pitch on the way. That one misses to Armstrong. And it's 2-1. Scheibler running for Kaufman, leading away from first. The pitch from Reese, that one inside, gets away, and moving to second base is going to be Dylan Scheibler. And 3-1 now to Jace Armstrong. Nobody out, top of the fifth. Hayes High with a home run from Trey Riggs. 3-1 to Jace Armstrong. The pitch from Reese, and Armstrong takes a strike, 3-2. Armstrong looking for his first hit of the day and hit number 16 on the season. Scheibler able to get a big lead at second. The pitch to Armstrong, and he hits one back to the pitcher underneath his glove, though. The second baseman up with it, and Savarino is able to record the out in time at first. Moving to third is Dylan Scheibler.
Batting for Hayes, number 18, Cody Peterson.
There is one out. One out in the top of the fifth for Cody Peterson. Peterson 1 for 2 today. He has scored 3 runs, reached on an error, singled and scored in the second, and walked and scored in the third. And 1-0 on the pitch to Cody Peterson. Peterson with 3 runs today, make that 22 runs scored on the season. Saw a little bit of time as a freshman. Did not score a run in that time, so his season total is his career total. Pitch way high, and Peterson ahead in the count, 2-0. While the Indians have 9 hits in the game spread throughout, The runs, for the most part, have come from the bottom of the batting order as Peterson pops one up right side. Starting out was the right field Myers. Now he comes on and makes the catch. Scheibler had made his way about halfway to home, came back to third. He should have gone back to tag and score. Peterson
Batting for Hayes,
retired, and Trey Van Pelt comes up, who on his last at-bat against Gunnar Reese hammered a 2-run home run to left field. He is 1 for 3 today. It was Trey's first career home run, 16-2 Hayes high. The Indians got the lead to 14 runs on a home run to lead off this inning by Trey Riggs. Don't know if we mentioned it, that was Trey's first career home run. The 1-0 to Van Pelt, missing, 2-0. And on the 2-run home run by Van Pelt in the third inning, the first 2 Indians had been retired. Cody Peterson walked on a 3-1 pitch counts. 1 pitch later, Trey Van Pelt had his first career home run. Pitch on the way, Van Pelt takes a strike, 2-1. Hayes high, 16 runs on 9 hits. 2 McPherson errors helped along the cause in the first inning. 2-1 from Reese to Van Pelt. And that one is hit over top of the second baseman. Nope, he's able to jump and make the catch. And Savarino ends the Indian inning. But another run, it comes on the Indians' 3rd home run of the game, has Hayes High up 16-2 to the bottom of the 5th against McPherson. This is Hayes High Indian Baseball.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out visithays.com today. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
To the bottom of the 5th, Trey Riggs back out onto the mound, 56 pitches through 4 innings. He will try to close out the Indians' first round victory here in a shortened game as a strike thrown to Gabe Hoover, who's 0 for 1 today. Riggs has retired the last 7 batters that he has faced. Riggs quickly works the 0-1, fouled away 0-2. Riggs has allowed 4 hits, 2 runs. Indians have an error on a throw on a pickoff that led to a run, and that's it. The 0-2, chopped first base side. Kaufman up with it, underhands to Riggs. The step on first in time, and there's 1 away. And Riggs has retired the last 8 batters that he has faced. His nemesis today is at the plate, Dylan Wearies, who is 2 for 2 today, 2 doubles on 2 pitches, both hammered up the left field line. See if Riggs offers up something a little different. It's been the only extra base hits for McPherson. Pitch misses 1-0. In fact, it is half of the hits today for the Bullpups. For Wearies, doubles number 6 and 7 on the year. He now has the team lead with Jack Riefschneider, who is not in the lineup. Riefschneider, a .404 hitter. Pitch misses to Wearies, 2-0. 1 down, bottom of the 5th. Indians lead 16-2 against McPherson, the 2 seed in the sub-state regional. Pitch misses, 3-0. Riggs walked 2 batters back in the first inning. For the only 2 walks he's had today. At the time, it helped load the bases. Then a double play got the Indians out of it, and a strike thrown to Weary's, 3-1. And the groans from McPherson continue. Indians 16 runs on 9 hits. 3 home runs. They had hit 2 home runs in the first 20 games this year. Pitch on the way, that one inside, and walking is the leadoff hitter, Dylan Wearies. I say leadoff hitter, he is the second hitter of this inning. And there's one down to Michael Savarino.
Number 27, Michael Savarino.
Savarino walked and scored in the first, grounded out to end the second. Indians need 2 more outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Pickoff move to first. Kaufman had it in his glove for a moment, then it bounced and hit the runner at first, Wearies, who is safe at first, and Kaufman checks on Wearies, makes sure he's okay. Wearies leads off from first. It would appear that he is. Indians by 14 runs. Here's the Riggs pitch to Savarino. Savarino looked like he wanted to square around a bunt. Did not, and now Riggs behind 1-0, and Trey needs to focus back on throwing the strikes again. He had retired 8 in a row. And then Wearies walked. He's on for a 3rd time today. Pitch to Savarino, swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Savarino 0 for 1 today. He has scored one of the 2 runs by McPherson. All of the hitters today for the 2 teams from the right-handed batter's box. Breaking pitch just misses inside, and it's 2-1. Savarino turned away as he thought he was going to be hit, and then it broke, but not enough. Runner at first, 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Severe thunderstorms across the area and the length of, or the width of the state of Kansas. Strike to Savarino, 2-2. Championship game after this between Buehler and the winner of Hayes-McPherson. The pitch on the way, the 2-2. Savarino swings and misses, and that's the 5th strikeout today for Trey Riggs. Bringing up with 2 outs, Kaysen Hoover.
Batting for McPherson, number 4, Kaysen Hoover.
Hoover 1 for 2 today, a single in the first. A foul out in the 3rd on a defensive play, and a nice one by the first baseman, Grant Kaufman. Pitch misses 1-0. Hoover had fouled a pitch away, and it looked like he was going to exit the stadium. The wind pushed it back in. Kaufman never gave up and made the catch. Now, snap throw to first after a pitch out of the strike zone, and the Indians nearly get the runner at first, Dylan Wearies, who does run back in safely. 2-0 the pitch count to Kaysen Hoover. Pitch on the way, fouled away. That one will stay foul, and it's 2-1. 56 pitches through 4 innings for Trey Riggs. 25 in the first, 15 in the second, then 8 in the 3rd, and 8 in the 4th. Riggs, the offering, outside, 3-1. Indians by 14, and you don't want to give in the bottom of the 5th, McPherson, for any reason or thought that they'll have a comeback today. Riggs, the 3-1 on the way. That one is chopped over his head. Peterson up with it, but he can't make the catch, and the Indians will be charged with an error. Never fielded the ball cleanly.
McPherson, number 15, Zane Myers.
That will bring up Zane Myers, 2 on, 2 out. Myers has struck out twice. Myers from the right side has struck out once looking and struck out once swinging. Takes a ball 1-0. In the first, when he struck out looking, there were 2 on and nobody out. Correction, there was a runner at 3rd with nobody out at the time. The pitch from Riggs on the way, fouled back into the netting, 1-1. Indians trying to meet up with Buehler in the championship game, the defending 4A Division I state champions. In a state tournament a year ago in Salina, because of all the rain, took about a year and a half to complete. They just got done with the tournament. Breaking pitch popped up, backing out of play. Watch out, everybody. And a foul ball, 1-2. That tournament took nearly a week to play last year in Salina. We were part of that rain out on the softball side. 1-2 pitch count. Pitch on the way from Riggs. Missing, 2-2. Indians lead by 14, bottom of the fifth. Riggs from the stretch, 2-on-2 out. A walk by Wearies, an error putting Hoover on. The pitch on the way from Riggs, the 2-2, bouncing in, 3-2. And this is a case where Trey Riggs needs to challenge Zane Myers, who was struck out twice. And again, you don't need to give McPherson any reason to think that their season should continue. 3-2 pitch count from Riggs. On the way, runners moving, and it's a ball. And bases loaded, 2 outs for Wyatt Seidel, the designated hitter.
Batting for McPherson, number 34, Wyatt Seidel.
Wyatt Seidel will come to the plate, but first, Coach Frank Leo out to talk with his team on the mound. And this is a slow walk out to talk to the infield and pitcher Trey Riggs. McPherson was down to their final strike and then got led off on a walk. The 4th walk today by Riggs. He has struck out 5. And the conversation here from Coach Frank Leo will be very one-sided. It will be play good defense, make the plays to get us out of this game, and throw strikes. Let's get to the next round. Bases loaded, 2 out, bottom of the 5th. Indians up 16-2. They want to close it out here. Do not give McPherson a reason to continue this game. Riggs out of the full windup to Seidel. Chops it foul. 0-1. That's the pitch that he was looking to throw against Zane Myers. Riggs has gone the distance so far. McPherson has used 3 different pitchers. The pitch on the way to Seidel. Fouls it back into the screen, 0-2. And Seidel trying to do what the Hayes High Indians had done, and that's turn on a pitch to the left field fence. And the wind at some of its strongest right now certainly would have a ride to it. Riggs to Seidel, the 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. 6th strikeout of the day for Trey Riggs. The Hayes High Indians season continues. They're on to the sub-state championship game to play Buhler. We'll wrap things up next. Hayes High wins 16-2. This is Hayes High Indian Baseball.
This postseason broadcast is brought to you by Thomas More Prep Marion alumni. Worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Walmart Superstore. Save money, live better, Walmart. Lifetime Dental Care. Health, function, beauty. Bacon Wright Appraising Services. They are certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Home Steel Siding and Windows. Making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Classic Quality Body Shop. Over 32 years of quality body care. Next Tech Wireless. Say hello to something different. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud to support local student athletes. Your laundry in only 4 minutes, 2 minutes to drop off, and 2 minutes to pick it up. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Check out .com today. For the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award award-winning onion rings. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.